We do have a couple of quick questions here, which we'll try and get through. I'll direct them where I can, but they're all open to everybody. So if you do have any additional points you'd like to raise, more than welcome to do so. Wayne, we'll start with this question that dropped in during your segment, and it was just asking, do you have any specific examples of of automation working, particularly in an F&A environment?
Lots, to be fair, because finance and accounting historically has been, I would say, for a lot of organizations, the place where they've started. And the reason being is a lot of it, and I think Rohit kind of mentioned it earlier on with the whole ERP movement, is that despite this advancement of ERP, every finance department I've ever been in, I've been in quite a few now, they all take data, put it in Excel, manipulate this data, and then do some stuff with it. And so, that's a real hotbed for RPA, the downloading of reports, the formatting of reports, and then you just allow your finance team to actually do the analysis. So that's one area. Reconciliations is another one. So I've seen lots of opportunity in reconciliations. Now, not everyone, because sometimes you get those really difficult ones where it's like, my intuition tells me that this is the right, account that this needs to go to. But actually, there's, usually a number of different rules that you can follow that get through 20, 40, 60, 80% of your reconciliations. And invoice processing is probably the one that with OCR and RPA has been, for a lot of organizations, a bit of a no-brainer, especially those that are dealing with high volumes of invoices. So there's three there right off the bat that just about every organization will have value from automation in.
Thank you so much. And Matt, a two-part question dropped in during your segment, the first part of which was, why did GM Financial decide to build out a citizen developer program when it did? And the other part of that would be, what were the early challenges that you encountered when you did build out that citizen developer program?
Yeah, sure. Good questions there. So I would say that there were a lot of different reasons kind of why we decided to go the citizen innovation or development route. I would say the primary one was probably that we were just seeing through our funnel originally, we were seeing a whole lot of ideas kicked out of the funnel that were otherwise very automatable. I think I just made up a word there, but that were very able to be automated, but they didn't quite hit the value hurdle that we had based on the infrastructure cost and manpower resources at that time. So we were trying to figure out how can we still automate a lot of this low-hanging fruit. So that was kind of one of the main drivers there, and kind of why we wanted to go this route to open up that additional delivery channel. And then the other question about kind of challenges, I touched on a few of them in one of my slides, but a couple of additional ones to call out as far as early challenges or learning is definitely consider if you are going to have people as part of a citizen innovation or development program, are they going to be full-time automation builders or not? And if they're not, then understand that going in, and understand that you're probably going to have to stay pretty close to them to kind of shepherd them through the initial learning curve. The other thing that I would call out is how do you get the right people on board, including, in our case, our department is not IT. We're actually on the business facing side. So how do we get those IT partners on board up front? And originally, to be quite transparent, it was not the easiest sell to stand this up, but we kind of were able to prove the concept via a pilot and push through some of those concerns by setting up a framework that keeps our IT partners and cyber, et cetera, involved with a lot of key touch points or toll gates. That way they're comfortable with what's going on with the citizen developers.